Can you kill all of them? Every single last one. Welcome to a very, very special Total Party Knockout TPK X, where we are doing the Tal'Dorei gauntlet. It's the Tal'Dorei Takedown. I'm very excited, and we're all very calm, not stressed, and very prepared. My name is Dan. I will be one of the players this time. I'm just quickly subbing in for Stu for a second, saying some words so he can commence with the crushing in a minute. Welcome everyone who is on the chat. We'll see you all flooding in, and we've got a hype train. Let's get the hype train going. Do all the things. I don't know what they are, but do them. For anyone who has not seen TPK before, this is what we do. We skip to the end. We don't do any of that role play shit. We throw a big monster at our players and have a big fight. But this one's a little bit different. It's TPK X. I will be doing this a lot. And we are fighting Vox Machina. I'm so excited. I'm so very excited. It's going to be a war. It's going to be a battle. It's going to last a million years, and I'm already nerding out. I tell you what, let's go around and do players, and then I will do a big hype man entrance for the next the DM Stuart. So let's start with Mr. DM Philly. How you doing? How's it going? I know, just a bunch of nerdy ass voice actors. Us is just, who cares? Who cares about them? This is number one of my Critical Role references. There will be more. Some of them will be really obscure. Most of them. Oh, we can't hear a Rich.
It's back in.
Can't hear a Rich. It's back in.
You can hear him now. Yeah.
Have we got a Rich back? Chat
it's good you guys didn't hear that, because I think chat would have turned on me really quickly. I just talked a whole bunch of shit about Vox Machina. We're going to dumpster them. I'm like ready to just obliterate these people. I'm saying rude things about the characters you love. How dare I? I appreciate the edit work there, you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the chat can hear you, and the chat are mad.
Mm-hmm.
Or yeah, maybe we'll leave it there just for a second as we move over to our other friend across the pond, Melissa.
But crawling Ivy definitely enjoyed that, because I just gave us a follow. So I'm sure that you've got another friend who doesn't like VM here. So that's
man, crawling me and you to the end. Let's do this. Yeah, let's go.
Love that. Thank you. Welcome, and thank you very much for the follow. Yes, Melissa, talk to us. How you doing? How's it going?
I'm good. It's bright and early, as always, whenever we get to hang out, which is great. Yeah, it's really fun. I'm really excited. I'm really scared. Druids have a lot of shit going on, and I am trying to remember all of it desperately.
Amazing. Yeah, it's so actually, yeah, I'll go back to Rich in a sec, but please, Melissa, tell us who you're playing.
Sure.
What's you doing?
I am playing the one, the only, Rutabaga Hollyburn. She is a NPC in our other game. She is also my very first PC that I ever made, and I never got to play her at level 20, so this is kind of my dream come true. But yeah, somehow I made a half-elf red-headed druid and thought that was a unique idea. So, it's fine.
It was a unique idea. You did it first, Melissa.
I did not do it first.
Keyleth. Yeah.
I just wouldn't find out about Keyleth for another 4 years.
The lawyers will be in touch.
Yeah.
Oh dear. We're gonna have an IP clash. Yeah, I did see. I looked at the mini. I was like, is there gonna be some sort of? There's gonna be some sort of beef going on here. Some druid beef, which sounds weird because you think they'd be vegan.
Yeah, but, and as Micah put out, R.I.P. Fluffy the First. We don't talk about it. She's got a pet hadrosaur, Fluffy the Second. Tragedy struck the first one.
That's intense. Oh my god. Yeah, this is exciting. I'm ready to see Rutabaga just like pub stomp Keyleth. Let's do it, Melissa. Redemption.
We're going
I really
mano a
enjoyed-
mano here, like, bear versus tiger. Let's get this going.
I love this. I also love that like TPK gives people an ability to like take characters that they've used in previous campaigns and just be like, but what if they were level 20 though?
Yeah, what if they were really awesome?
Yeah. I'm sorry I forgot you, Rich. Please tell us who you're playing as well.
Oh yeah, no problem. I am playing the Tempest, they, them. I am a vaguely mysterious entity mastering the powers of the storms. I'm a protector, ASMR, storm sorcerer. I've got just a few spells, but I know how to use them, so I'm in good shape. That's me.
I love it. So we've got like a Keyleth lookalike.
Mhm.
We've got someone called the Tempest.
Mhm.
Like this is we've got some like serious
My
like
whole
super fans on the go.
headcanon original inception of this idea is that I am a vindictive Ashari who has failed the Aramente and is like, you know what, Ungats on all you people and your ridiculous pretentious quest to master yourselves and the elements or whatever this is. I am the storm, Dan. Enough with these druids.
Except the one that's on our team, right?
Yeah, no, I mean that's my favorite druid of all time.
Well, welcome both of you. Mr. Thorpe, talk to me. How you doing?
I'm very, very well. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm super excited. I have a confession, which is that I've actually never, ever watched Critical Role. Like, ever. So I was literally, when these guys were like, oh, we're going to do this thing, I was like, oh, cool. Yeah. Who's dangerous? Who should I be worried about? So I've been told, kill goblins. That's kind of like my jam right now. But I'm actually going for the opposite side, which I hopefully will be dealing no damage this TPK. And I have decided to make the grave mistake of bringing a healer to TPK. I shall be dying in the first round, peeps. Now that is that is the Sabotage the DM bet. Playing it down right now. Actually, I'm going to go round 4. I'll be dead at round 4. But if not, wait for the beautiful God, the suffering God, the crying God, the broken God, who hopefully will shine down upon us and our suffering as Speaker Halakosh will come and try and heal people and protect people. So we'll see what happens. But I'm worried in case they're going to start healing the opposition, because they might actually do that. So we'll see what happens.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
I will see what happens. Like, I'm just following my character, because she said no roleplay, but I can't do that. So, we'll see what happens. Well, I did say to myself, I did say to myself, though, if I don't heal them, I will at least try and help them pass through and pass over to the other side. That is the minimum that I will do.
That's more like it. We like, Joe.
That's we like. Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, Joe, I really don't want to have to kill you.
Don't kill me.
but-
Like, I'm seriously going to help you out. Do you know what I mean?
Well, let's see if you have made a mistake by bringing a cleric to a gnome fight. But but before I pass over to our illustrious DM, who's just stood there in a very
How are you,
pensive
Dan?
pose.
How
Oh,
are
I'm
you?
very good, thank you, Joe. I'm very good. Thank you very much. That doesn't work though, because I'm not the DM,
Yeah.
so I can't actually give you anything. I promise I'll give you more than one chance before I bash your character if you start healing other people's. But yeah, I'm doing good. I've started a new project which is really, really fun, which I'm not allowed to talk about, but it's going to be very silly, and I've been looking forward to this. I remember Stu gave us this idea about 2-3 months ago for TPK, it's going to be so much fun. I really feel like in keeping with the theme that I should have called my character Marisha, but I haven't. My character's name is Bully. They are a Minotaur barbarian of the Zealot path at level 20, and I'm a big tank that's made of hit points, and I'm gonna be doing all the bashing. And I'm really, really excited to do lots of damage, take lots of damage, and generally just keep swinging till I can't swing no more. That's all the players. That is, we've aptly named the group the Doors. Fans of Vox Machina will understand why. They really struggle with doors. They've always called them their arch nemesis, and now this will be finally the time when the doors kill them. But that's the players. let's meet our benevolent, our mighty, and our soon-to-be very dead DM. Stu, how's it going, my friend?
A lot of bad talk for people that really should be groveling to me right now, knowing full well the sheer amount of challenge ratings and hit points that are accumulated with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 many character sheets, which I am frantically trying to remember all of the abilities on right now. Not that I'm overwhelmed at all. No, couldn't be. But yeah, I'm doing rather well. What have I been up to recently? Recently, this year, have been taking on archery, channeling my inner Vexalia, and have recently become proficient, as I am now technically a professional, of which I keep reminding people to address me as a professional archer, Stuart Trainer. Thank you very much. But aside from that, like you said, for the last month or so, I have just been preparing for this.
Let's not scoot over that. You're a professional archer now.
Well, no, they let you go on the pro range. That's what I'm kind of tentatively hanging on to. I am effectively health and safety qualified, but I will take the title of professional because they once called me it, and I will cling to it because I wish to be a professional archer.
Can we just call you the professional or the archer? Are either of those acceptable titles? Because
I as I recall, health and safety did pretty well in that Christmas TPK. So.
Yes,
oh my God, not again. Too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the trauma of bows and arrows in a TPK after Zach's oath bow shenanigans. So I won't delve any deeper than that. But I think, seeing as we've got probably a good slog, maybe a 3 to 4 hour thing, maybe we should let Stu go and I don't know, do some fletching or something. Fletching. So we can all talk tactics. What do we say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
fancy
on.
a bit of that.
Go on,
Bit of that.
Stu.
All right,
Go on.
be
Go
gone
on,
with you.
Stu. Off you
Bugger
go.
off.
Go on.
Bugger off.
can.
I'm gonna start my tiny stopwatch. How long we doing? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? I'm starting it now.
We only need 5 minutes.
We only
do
need
only
5
need
minutes.
5
That's
minutes.
it. That's it.
Right, what's the plan?
I'm so scared.
Okay, I can twin haste. I think that we need to probably haste Rutabaga and maybe myself, unless I should give it to you, Dan. Do you want movement speed? Like, I'm afraid you'll get caught up and won't be able to get places.
I've got boots of haste.
Oh, I love you, man.
Yeah.
That
So
too.
give it to some other peeps. But yeah, let's haste up.
My only other question: do we all want to fly? I have a 70-foot flying movement speed, like perpetually. I think you can kill me, and I'll just like float in the air. But I can give all of us a 30-foot fly speed and cut mine in half down to 40. So the question is, like, do I stay super nimble and dart around, or do we all fly?
So I plan on being things that can fly most of this time anyway, so it's irrelevant to me.
I mean, I'm not going to say no if it will help me get up to you, because I think if you're up in the air, Tempest, and like I need to get to you to heal, like I think it might be a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
I'll take a fly speed.
Okay.
Yeah, great. So what else can everybody do? What else can everybody do? I mean, obviously, Dan, you're hitting and smacking stuff, but what else can a zealot do?
So if we really get in a bind, I've got a thing called Zealous Presence, which means I can give us all advantage on saving throws and attack rolls till the end of my next turn. So if we're all like deep under like a bad concentration-y type thing, I can help out with that.
Is there range there?
60 feet.
Got it.
So it's quite good.
Yeah, that is good.
I also if someone's like pinned down, if someone's pinned down, I've got a thing where I can like gore people out of the way, so I can like knock them out 5 feet and sort of prevent some opportunities attacks. I also have a thing called Rage Beyond Death, So so basically, I'm just gonna. If I fail my death saves, if I go down to 0 hit points, I'm just gonna keep swinging. There's very few things which Stu has probably thought about, but there's very few things that can stop me. I've got javelins. I'm gonna keep throwing shit and swinging shit and just bashy. But I've got sentinel, so I'll be like, no one's going anywhere.
That was
You're a dungeon master.
Yeah. I'm gonna all of the things.
Yeah, the only thing sorry, I was just gonna say one thing is of obviously healing. I thought about doing aid maybe in the first round battle and see if we can get some hit points in, because I also get like extras on everything. So any health that is supposed to be rolled is never rolled. It's just maximum. I'll get I'll get some for myself. You also add on, I think it's about 2 plus the level of the spell as well onto everything. If I cast mass heal, it either means that I'm dying or you guys are like we're like halfway through the battle, and that's my kind of my throw at 700 hit points that can go out to every like between us all. So that could be enough to get us back up to nearly full. So I'm sort of sitting with that one. I've also got Holy Aura as well, so if we do need some saving throw stuff and disadvantage stuff, that's a 30-foot radius that's kind of around us. But largely, there is one other thing I have, which I've got a little silence in my back pocket.
So the gnomes, let's just talk for a second, the like unfamiliarness with Critical Role. Scanlan, I like Keyleth, Keyleth, the 20th level druid, but like Scanlan's gonna be a gigantic pain in the ass. Counter spells, all that bullshit. If we I think if there are gnomes on the board, we kill the gnomes, because it's like Scanlan or Pike, and Pike's gonna heal like a monster, and Scanlan's gonna throw horrible spells at us. Then comes Keyleth, then like we kill the druid. The half elves, Vex and Fax, like 6 of 1, they're both really dangerous. Percy and Grogger, joke. We don't even need to worry about them, so we're fine. I'm just here to inflame the audience, if that's clear. But kill the gnomes.
Half elves, everyone else.
And Melissa, what's your thoughts? What have you got?
So my 9th level spell is Shape Change, so I'm gonna Ancient Brass Dragon, and then just be a dragon as long as possible until I lose concentration on that. So I took Warcaster and Resilient to try to stop that from happening. But any help you can have on a concentration save, but otherwise then I've got a couple summons. I'm just gonna like conjure a shit ton of wolves, and I've got summoned Draconic Spirit as well, again both concentration things, and then my plan is like concentrate on that while wild shaping into elementals myself, and then I've got bonus action healing words that I'll throw out there whenever I can as well. I did actually take like all the healing just because what am I going to do with 25 different spells? So we aren't like totally screwed if we lose our cleric.
Be nice if you can get me up though.
Yeah,
because I got 20 points of healing hands.
Hello.
Here is, and friendship will prevail.
And that's how we make Stuart cry.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
it's
are
going to
we
take a mighty 9 rounds, but that's it.
Oh, nice. Good one.
That's number 2.
So, are we ready to get this started?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Let's begin. We open to a view of sheer marble floors as our vision slowly pans across a large room as we hear cries of unhappiness. We follow the view upwards, tracing the folds of fine draped red silks, delicately hanging over ornately carved wooden embellishments of the chaise lounge on which rests the source of the noise. Oh, I do hate losing. A resplendent figure of a woman rests on the fine furniture as her hair is lightly blown back over her shoulders as she's fanned by large leaves by emaciated servants who look on with absolute envy. We've had 9 of these events thus far, and we've lost entirely too many for my liking. Surely we can find something in the world to make paste of these cocky adventurers. You're not looking hard enough. She barks her final outburst as flames threateningly rise from the ground, singeing the sandaled heels of the unfortunate chamberlain for the queen of many colours. I assure you, today's will be very different, ma'am. We have searched high and low for a fight worthy for your entertainment, and I believe the new extent of our search may perhaps be to your satisfaction. She looks on, sitting up from her state of rest and into one of intrigue. Go on. Well, ma'am, previously, we scoured the material plane for our competitors. We've taken the mightiest monsters from that world and seen varying successes. Well, it seems we found an additional world from which we can find our champions. Additional content, so to speak, sourced from the multiverse in which we find ourselves. This new world, named Exandria, is much like Toril. The two share similarities, but the presence of a particular group of adventurers in this new one got me thinking. A problem we've seen is that it has been one against many. How about we even those odds and maybe even tip the scale? She listens on inquisitively and then poses a question. Are they powerful? Very. They wield weapons of the gods, and they have an unfaltering loyalty to each other. They would readily fight to the death for their friends. Fools. Bring them here. Immediately. I wish for them to fight the gaggle of misfits who have no team. The ones who have been in our dungeons for years now. The ones thought too powerful to fight the others. I wish for this to be the fight of fights. One world versus another. The victors can claim glory and adoration. The losers can carry the shame of defeat into the afterlife and beyond. Bring them now. Of course, ma'am. Everything is already in place. As we cut to the dungeons that lie underneath this grand arena, below the river of magma itself into the hot, sweaty confines of your cells, as a familiar halfling walks past. Well, it does seem that your time has finally come. I do apologise for the wait, of course, but finding people of your calibre has been rather difficult. The Queen is growing rather impatient, so grab your items and let's get going. As he pops a key in and opens the first cell door. Dan, would you mind introducing your character, please?
So Bully has got like 2 fingers on one of the bars up top and is just doing like the slowest pull-up you've ever seen in your life whilst like walking their legs into a horizontal position and back down. They are a huge, mighty Minotaur clad in mostly monochrome, very sort of focused and quite calm, oddly calm for a barbarian. And they don't say a word. They finish their set. Their feet go, their hoofs go down, hit the ground, fingers release, turn round and just go out the nose and walk out, picking up a bag on the way.
Yeah. He then makes his way over to the second cell, where it seems we got a real corker planned for you today, as he places the key in another lock and opens the second cell door. Philly, if you wouldn't mind describing your character, please.
Yeah, I think as like the cell door opens, we see this like rather well-dressed individual, their face kind of obscured by wind, their hair like moving ever so subtly, this kind of blonde hair with this blue like infused into it. They're wearing very like fine yellowish clothes. There's this cloak kind of fluttering just slightly behind them. And I think that it's just the faintest of like turns as this featureless face takes in the jailer, as it were. Are we required, then?
I'm afraid you are, yes. Seems that, as I say, we've got a corker planned, but we found a team from another universe, a realm called Tal'Dorei, as he pops a key into the third door, revealing Melissa's character. If you could introduce yours, please.
Yeah, I think the door opens and all you see are 2 chickadees stand in the middle of the room, and they're just seemingly mid-conversation and kind of fluttering around each other. And then suddenly from the one chickadee emerges a very tall, thin, redheaded druid. She's got sticks and dirt all over herself. She's kind of constantly grubby. And she turns to the other chickadee and says, Flit, I don't think we have need of you today. I'm sorry, buddy. And she just steps out. So what, are we going to have some fun? Seems like you are finally letting us out of here.
Fun's debatable, but by all accounts, they're a tough bunch. Magic items from head to toe. No idea if they're still all about. Seems that they made a few lineup changes here and there. But, I mean, from what it says in this book, I confiscated off of one of them. They're pretty formidable as the final door creaks open to reveal our final addition to this group. Joe, if you could introduce your character, please.
So in the center of the stone room, there's a small crack that leads like hundreds of miles upwards towards the fire, and it's just a beam of light that just lands on top of the forehead of this lightly skinned, blonde, like shaved side head. Someone who's lying in, sort of wearing like a very itchy hessian. As you see down to their hands, they seem to be in a prayer position, but the hands are all broken and mangled, as their hands are wrapped in red cord in all different spaces and shapes. She kind of looks up and seems as if it's the first time she's sort of looked out from this light that's been burning at her. She turns and kind of looks towards you and says, "Is this the end of the suffering?"
That'll depend on how you perform out there. Go on, get to going.
She sort of stands up and sort of goes to go grab hold of her gauntlets first, just puts the two hands into the gauntlet, and then the fingers then begin to move, and she's able to pick up the rest of her gear and walk out.
As you're led forward, the portcullis begin to open to the arena, and you are greeted with the absolute roar of thousands of people in the stands listening in and watching you arrive in this war-torn arena, which has seen better days, with cracks and holes everywhere. You make your way out towards the center as an almighty roar from the crowd begins to deafen you, but you hear disparate noises that begin to build and swell as you faintly make out the word doors, 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 as this name seems to have been attributed towards yourselves. Perhaps not entirely sure why, but it may make sense in the wider context of things. As you're stood, Queen of Many Colours raises her hands as everyone begins to go quiet, as she then shouts out, "I introduce Vox Machina." As before you and the glyphs that are on the arena floor begin to swell with energy, two figures silhouetted initially begin to come into view. As before you see a large hulking metal creature to the left, and to the right a smaller framed individual who cockily kind of just walks up and goes, my, head to toe with magic items. Isn't this familiar? Right, let's get this thing underway, shall we? Brigade? As he turns around, looking behind himself. Brigade? Doty? Doty turns toward him. Terry? Oh dear indeed. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah.
I think the
All
Tempest turns to the rest of this group and just gestures vaguely like, "Take this down."
Let's have a look.
All right.
Yes.
Great.
Right, got us up a 13. Very nice.
Okay, so everyone is in. Top of the order. Bully, kick us off with a 16. What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, Bully is stood there, great axe in hand, and just raises up to the sky and just sort of pulls down and like Adam Wests himself out of his hide armor as he goes into rage, revealing just like a simple black singlet with like a single strap, Andre the Giant style, underneath. Goes into rage, and what I want to make sure I can do this because this would be hilarious if I can. Yeah, I can. Amazing. Thank you. I am 80 feet away from this person who's absolutely dripping in shiny things. So I'm going to immediately dash straight up to them and like stopping my horns just like either side of their neck and just breathe over the top of them. As I end my turn.
Brilliant. We got Dodie up next with Rutabaga on deck. So Doty, seeing you approach Tarion, is going to run forward and is going to come around from the side and go, Terry, and is going to go in for an empowered fist attack at advantage. 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
19 for 7 plus 19, so 26 force damage. As you notice that Doty reaches back with a fist, goes in and applies it, but you see something from Terry as he seems to just swell his hands and empower it with an arcane surge as it hits into you, dealing damage. As he just turns and goes, Terry. That is Doty's turn. Rutabaga, you are up.
Yeah, so Rutabaga looks around and is like, guess we're doing this then. And she transforms into an ancient white dragon, flies over to behind Toddy, and is going to attack. Let me grab the other sheet. It's a whole other thing.
The casualness in which you say, just going to turn into an ancient white dragon.
Cool druid shit right there.
Okay, I'll drop Rutabaga onto the GM layer, and you should have control of your white dragon.
Yeah, so, let me just remeasure just to make sure that we are... Oh, I can actually get to both of... Yeah, I think I can actually get to both of them now that I'm so large, which is very exciting. And I am going to, first of all, Frightful Presence. Each creature of the dragon's choice within 120 feet must succeed on a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute. They can repeat the throw at the end of each of their turns.
Okay, so something tells me that Tarion can most certainly be frightened. I'm just going to double check on Doty. Yeah, both can be frightened. What's the saving throw again? Wisdom.
Wisdom, DC 16, yep.
Okay, so there is Doty's, and then there is Terry's. 18 from Doty, 9 from Terry.
Great. So yeah, Terry is frightened for a minute and can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of the turns.
Nice.
Once it's successful, they're immune. So, and then I get to make 3 attacks.
Of course.
Yeah, that's just the passive part of you existing. Yeah.
Yeah. So a bite attack for Terry, 24.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's 21 damage. And then 2 claw attacks also for Terry, 24 again, and 20 if a 20 hits.
All hit.
Okay, great. So that is, I believe, what we colloquially know as a fuckload of damage.
Fuck ton. Yeah, that's really...
Yeah. 21, 14, and 20 is 55?
55
am I doing that math
points
right?
of damage.
Yeah.
Serious hits, but Terry, being a seasoned adventurer, is not quite to the level of being bloodied, but he is certainly hurt.
Great. And yeah, I think, did you, Dan, did you take any damage already on your first turn?
I did, yeah.
Okay, great. We're just gonna healing word as a bonus action to the Zealot Barbarian, and that'll be my turn.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So, we'll just leave it as a level 1. Like, what's the...
Just a little smattering.
Put that on the
Yeah,
card.
just some 9 healing there for you. And that's my turn,
Thanks
Stuart.
ever so.
Speaker Halakosh, what would you like to do in this moment?
So Halakosh sort of like marches forward, good old 30 feet. What's going on here? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. And here they sort of drop down to their knee. The shield lands down. Boom! She drops down to her knee. She looks up and she says, "They look as if they have not suffered enough." So they're going to cast harm towards Terry. So can I get a Constitution saving throw, please?
It seems funny when you're planning this and they're just like fictional characters, but now I feel quite bad. What's the saving throw?
This is wish fulfillment
It's a
for me.
Constitution.
Constitution from Terry. Okay.
Oh.
26.
Yeah, it passes it. So they'll take half as much damage.
Okay.
And so they'll take 22 necrotic damage.
22 necrotic damage.
Mhm.
Taryn Darrington is now bloodied. As the necrotic damage takes hold and he begins to just bleed out the side of the eyes and from the ears. As he kind of just looks and the Tempest. Oh, is there anything else on your turn, Joe? Sorry.
Yeah, bonus action spiritual weapon. No, I can't do spiritual weapon.
cool.
No, I can't do that.
We're
I'm all
running
good.
Philly rules for bonus actions with spells if you wish.
Oh, what's the bonus? There we
dude!
go. Oh wow, yeah. Let's get the spiritual weapon up then.
All right. Also, I just want to gloat about how prepped I am for tokens. Here's your spiritual weapon. Where would you like to put it?
Stuart is very prepped, y'all. I have a folder full of things. Even things that I
Side.
can't turn into because he's mocking me with them.
Oh, it has to be this side. I think it has to be there. I think that's distance wise. I think
Go
so.
for it. And you get it to attack as well.
Yeah, why not? All right, wicked. Okay, so that would just be spiritual weapon.
22 to hit Doty. That's going to hit.
All right, then I'll just do it at level 3 then. Okay, that's a 9 force
9
damage.
force damage.
I think spiritual weapon only goes up in 2, 2, 4, 6. So if you use it as a third, you don't actually get anything more, but you burn a higher spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
True.
see.
Indeed, yes.
Weird.
That is really
So
strange.
doing it at level 3 is the same as doing it at level 2.
Okay. Oh, I see. So might as well just do it again then. So you go, we'll do it as 4th, and we'll just add on an extra.
Yeah, just give it a
Yeah.
die roll.
I also love Aiden in the chat quoting Joe of, "I'm the healer. I cast harm."
Yeah, let's add another 5 on there as well then.
Another 5 to Doty. Yeah, Doty's not looking too great either. But possibly going to survive a whole round, which I didn't anticipate. Taryn Darrington is now up and ready to fucking party. So he is going to
Wait. My turn didn't happen.
Sorry, I've skipped over it. Yes.
No problem.
no
Happens. That initiative tracker. I was like, this guy is not getting out of this round. You just like broke my brain, Stuart, that I'm going to do both these things. So this is what happens. The Tempest, I think, like rises off the air. I will like fly over here, whatever. I have a 70-foot flying speed. I'm going to burn. I don't need to cast haste now, right? Let me just burn a couple of sorcery points first to cast a quickened spell of oh gosh, now you got me in overtime, man, as I'm trying to work this out.
This was Stuart's strategy. It's just
I
overwhelm
know.
Rich.
It just broke me. I just spent the last month planning without even considering this. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to quickened spell twin spell disintegrate, so that'll be 11 sorcery points, and I'm going to cast it at 9th level, so I'd like both of them to make dexterity saving throws.
Dex saving throw from Terry.
Quick spells. That's your
5
bonus
from
action.
Terry.
That's 5 from Taryn Darrington. If I get to kill Taryon Darrington, Stuart, this whole thing was a great success, and I go home very happy.
19 from Doty.
All right, that's fine. So Taryon Darrington's going to take, what is that, 110 points of force damage on my bonus action.
Philly, how do you want to do this?
Oh yeah, it's very easy. I am the storm, and so I think as Terry is like, preparing to tell Doty to take this down, he just like disintegrate. I mean, it's disintegrate. He turns into the motes of dust on the wind, and that's all he is.
Amazing. As you notice that Doty managing to eat the remaining hit points left, but just powers down completely and falls to the ground as well. A moment of silence comes about the field at this point, as the Queen of Many Colours just looks on angrily from the stands and goes, no, this will not do. This will not do. I demand a do-over. She claps, and you all feel invigorated, energized, almost as if you've just taken the effects of a long rest and you can keep all your spell slots and you can regain all your hit points, as the real fight is really about to start. As you look back from where you were first summoned, as you look back and hear the thunderous roar from the crowds, it's broken for a moment as all of a sudden you see a small sprout of a seed begin to just peek up as a leaf begins to grow out from the ground itself. It grows upwards and twirls and gnarls and forms a bark and a tree. And from that tree, bark opens, forming a portal. As you see an assortment of people emerge out from it, as you hear the frantic words being shouted from the half-elf, go, go, go! I've only got 6 seconds! As you then see 4 adventurers ply out. The 5th hangs back at the portal and goes, you deal with them, I'll go get the others. As the portal then closes and the tree disintegrates back into the ground, and you see before you 4 new adventurers. You see Pike Trickfoot, you see Percival, you see Vexalia, and you see Trinket. And for the second time today, I'm going to ask you to roll initiative.
Ooh, yeah.
Pike Trickfoot is a gnome.
Thank you.
Am I still a dragon or am I a half elf?
You can decide whether you want to keep it or not.
I'll just keep it. Let me just
32.
figure out what a dragon initiative is. It's probably better than rutabagas.
Fast.
Should
Naruto
just be
runs
your
like a
flat dex, I
badass.
think, Melissa. If you click the nameplate on the dragon, it should.
I got it.
Yeah, you're a DM. What am I talking? I'm sorry.
All right, let me move Rutabaga out of the way, and let's get this actual party started. So let's close off Tarian's sheet. He is not going to be needed. As you see this group form before you, you see them just look on absolute anger as they see their fallen friend. You look towards the half-elf and the gnome, and you see that they both are wearing aprons bearing a sigil on the front, or a sigil, as some might say, of the Slayer's cake, covered in flour, and they look towards their fallen friend, and you just hear, "Oh, Tari, darling," as the gentleman in the middle raises up a cylindrical object, pointing it towards you, and absolutely cries with anger, "Your soul is forfeit." As Percy runs forward 30 feet and is going to pop off. Let's see. Shall we? Oh, what's the range? Oh yeah, just a casual 320 feet. 4 shots with Animus towards the nearest creature. Sorry, speaker.
Oh,
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go from the lowest up. Does a 19 hit?
Okay, so these are spells, right?
These
No.
are gunshots.
Oh, gunshots. Oh, yeah. I was screwed. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, say everything bar the 19 hits.
All right. So
I'm gonna do this on the last one. Well, no, never mind. I take it back. I'm sorry.
I frantically need a calculator, as I've just realized.
I had that moment earlier too, where I was like,
That's 46, right?
46 altogether, yeah, 46 hit points of a combination of both piercing and psychic damage, as 3 of the shots that come towards you find purchase and blow you back for a moment as he hits. That is going to be Percy's go. Next up, Bully.
Still raging, right?
Indeed, yeah, we'll keep that up.
Amazing.
We're not going to run out of rages today, I don't think.
No. So, is there anything shiny on the floor around me?
There is not, I'm afraid.
Disintegrated away. All right. Bully looks at the white-haired foe with the shiny object that they've just peppered the speaker with, and just reaches up and stamps down, and their new shiny boots start to pulsate as they engage their boots of haste.
Oh, dear.
So that doubles my movement to 80 feet. That ups my AC by 2. Let's put that in.
How convenient these distances, Dan.
Look at that. Look at that. He comes screaming forward, gets to about 40 feet, and just starts swinging the great axe round. Comes screaming straight towards Percy and cuts down 3 great axe attacks. Action, action, hasted action. It's a bit bigger than a dagger. Natural 20 on the first one.
Yes.
I do have my Great Weapon Master on. Do you want me to have called that in the first instance?
I mean,
That's my mistake.
It's on. It's fine.
Okay, so that's the first one. Second one is a 21 to hit.
That's going to hit.
And the third one is a 15 to hit.
15 misses.
15 misses. Okay, so the first attack of every round, I get to pump in a Divine Fury into this. So this first one, the damage is going to be... Oh, not so hot. So like 25, 35, 42, 43.
43.
43 damage. Oh, plus, sorry. Plus another 18 with brutal critical.
That's rough.
That's 61 points of damage in a single attack.
yeah, that's amazing.
Okay, so then Divine Fury is off. And my second attack also hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll my second one, which is another 25 points of damage.
25.
So what's that, like 76 in total? 86? And I missed one?
Ridiculous. And this is why I've been the whole week fretting. Do you have anything else with your turn?
No. I'm just gonna stand over Percy, just snorting out from my giant nostrils. Hot breath just sort of like peppering his white hair as I end my turn.
That is ridiculous. Right. Okay.
So, Stuart, I do want to point out I rolled a 17 in initiative.
Why is the order not off? Okay, let's redo that. So, Bully would have gone Ancient White Dragon.
Great. I'm going to fly over here. And I would like all of them to roll wisdom saves, please, for my frightful presence.
Oh, great. Wisdom from Pike. She's so wisdom 15.
Nope.
She's very wisdom.
14 from Percy. Oh dear. Oh dearie me.
Let
But Sally
Trinket
with a
be.
natural 20.
Yeah, that tracks.
That favoured enemy. And a dirty 20 from Trinket.
Yeah, I'll take it. So Pike and Percy are frightened. They can re-roll at the end of their turn.
Great.
And I'm gonna attack Percy a whole bunch.
Poor Percy.
25.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Why is it? There we go. 24 and 30.
All hit.
Okay, great. So that
Shockingly.
is 26, 39, 51 points of damage.
51 points of damage. I'm just going to double check something on Percy's sheet. No, that's only magic. He is furious. Okay, Percival Derolo is looking bloody. As, this absolutely, you like claw in, swiping out at him as he just screams in pain, tearing through the finery of his garb. Showing a bit of age in his years now, but that's a big hit. Next up then, anything else actually before I do move on?
No, I don't have a